From the biggest moments
Can you believe it?
to gold medal championships,
Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
it's your update on Canada's game. You're listening to the True North Ice podcast with Jacob Ewing and Caleb Schneider. Welcome to the True North Ice podcast, where we talk all things Hockey Canada and everything Canadian hockey related. As always, we're your hosts. I'm Jacob Ewing, joined alongside by my good buddy Caleb Schneider. Caleb, what a great day it is today. How are we doing today, my friend?
It is a great day. What is it, Sunday? It's buzzing outside. Weather's getting colder again. ODR season's coming back around. We got more hockey to talk about. We're just gonna keep gearing up to the Olympics, and got another good episode today, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like it's another roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been grinding our roster breakdowns over the past month or two, and this is a big one. It's the Women's Olympic roster, which was announced just a couple days ago. And man, I mean, we expected a lot of these players to make the team, because obviously the women's team is a lot easier to predict than the men's team, because they've been able to play with each other for 10 times longer than the men have been able to play with each other. So, maybe not a lot of surprises, but still there's a few. Maybe you could say there's some first-time Canadians who will play at the Olympics for the first time wearing the leaf across their chest. So that is today's episode. We're also going to talk a little bit on the U18s, which are just getting underway. We'll probably tap on that a little bit. Canada just won their first game of the tournament against Switzerland just the other day, and the tournament's still trucking along. But yeah, Caleb, the women's roster today, it's going to be some fun.
Yeah. How do we want to do this? Goalies, forwards, defensemen?
I mean, we could start.
Do we need to do
Let's
that?
start.
Do we
Let's
just want to
start
talk
with the
about
juiciest
snubs?
stuff. Let's start. No. Let's start with the juiciest part. That's the forward group. And I think the forwards are always, because that's the bulk of the team, and that's kind of where defensemen and goalies are fun too. But forwards are like really fun. So
Yeah.
Let's start with the forwards. Let's do that. How would you like to go about this? Let's go. What we normally do is we go player for player of players that were like locks to get on the team.
Yep.
Let's do that. I'll start. Marie-Philippe Poulin. She's on the team. So we were naming players who were on the team who we predicted are absolute locks to be on the team. Just for some context.
Yep. Emily Clark.
Sarah Fillier. Sarah Fillier was definitely a lock to make this team.
I'm trying to think of somebody else.
I thought you were going
This
to
is tough.
argue my take.
And it has to be a forward.
Yeah. I say forward. I'm doing it.
I feel like there's a lot of players that could have been cut. Okay, fine. I'll give one. You said Emily Clark?
You said Emily Clark.
I'm tripping. My bad. Okay, I'll go Jen Gardner.
Okay. I'll say Laura Stacey.
Is that it? I don't know why I didn't say Laura Stacey earlier. But she's
okay.
I don't know if there's.
I don't know,
else.
honestly. It was
Daryl Watts.
Daryl Watts, yeah. Is Jen Gardner a lock? She is actually, fun fact.
Not really.
She's the youngest forward on this team.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Is that insane?
It's stupid. It's my opinion.
Youngest forward on this team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have her up there. We think she's gonna play first line, and I think she might play first line too.
Yeah.
So other than that,
I don't see anybody else.
Like Brianne Jenner.
No, she was on the cusp, I think. Obviously,
Okay, how
they
about
just
this?
took all the older players.
Blair
but,
Turnbull.
No.
She's the
I don't even know
assistant
I don't even know if I had her on my. Oh, I did. Oh, that's your roster.
Yeah, Blair Turnbull is the assistant captain, by the way, of the team.
I don't think she. Yeah, I know. Because it's fine. It's who's going to make the team or not. And I honestly thought she could have been one of the players that got cut. Obviously, there's only one or two players on the cusp here that could have made, or that were snubs, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's a lot of players on this team that could have been the one taken out.
Sarah Nurse.
Yeah, I was surprised she made it. I know.
You were surprised Sarah Nurse made the team.
Yes. Wrist injury. She's still not back.
But dude, I just feel like she's too big of an asset to leave off this team. I get the injury thing, but it's been clarified that she's announced that she could be, she will most likely be healthy timeline wise for the Olympics.
But she's gonna just be healthy just in time. Really, like, I know obviously you can skate with the wrist injury, but like you're not shooting the puck or anything. I don't know, obviously, and I mean, like, nothing super spectacular in the PWHL the past 2 years. Like, obviously she's been good, but like, you know, she's not been, I don't know, not nearly as good as what you, I don't know how to say this, but like, not exceptional. She's not such of a game breaker to make this team, even though she hasn't played in months.
True. I think she's just a consistent piece, though. You know, she's been around.
Is she going to be
for
consistent,
a while,
even though she hasn't played in a while?
I think she will be. I think she'll be fine. She understands this moment. You know, she's played with these same core of players for so long. Without Sarah Nurse in the core, it just kind of feels like, you know, something's off. And this is probably the last final run of this team at the Olympic Games, like the main core of the team. Yeah. So,
yes.
I think it'd be weird if they left Sarah Nurse off. And, you know, she's been fine. She hasn't been bad at the PWHL level.
No, not at all.
Still been one of the top forwards. So.
She's not, but like she's no game breaker, super skilled, top 1% in the league where, you know, when she just pulls up to the Olympics, she'll be great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To be fair, though, you can only have so many players who are top 1% in the league. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, it's 1%. But, like...
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing with the men's. Like, Connor Bedard, they didn't say it had to do anything with the injury, but it clearly did. And we all know it did. We just know he's not substantial enough and he's not good enough, at least at the age of 20, 21 or 20. Yeah, 21. That when he comes into the lineup, you don't know if he's going to be good. So 20, yeah.
Yeah, true. But there's a difference between the two. You know what I mean? We'll get to Connor Bedard in a different episode because that's the men's side. Today's all about the women's.
I'm just giving an example.
No, I know.
It's
the
exact same situation.
No, I know.
Where if it was Philippe Poulin or Nathan McKinnon, it'd be different because those guys are game breakers. Even if they're playing at 70%, they're still going to be the best player on the team. So
true, but you're also like comparing like Sarah Nurse, who's been on the team forever, and Connor Bedard, who's never played for the senior team. I guess he gets the world championships, but you know, like a best on best tournament.
Yeah, I don't think Connor Bedard. Yeah, Connor Bedard hasn't played on the.
Okay, let's break down the forward group. We named our locks, but let's just freaking go through this and kind of get through the whole entire forward core. So we start with Laura Stacey, who was one of the locks. Sarah Fillier, Brianne Jenner, Sarah Nurse, Natalie Spooner. Okay, we'll get to your comment to that in a few minutes. Emily Clark, Emma Malte, Marie-Philippe Poulin, Blair Turnbull, Kristen O'Neill, Julia Gosling, Jen Gardner, Daryl Watts are the forwards selected for Team Canada. I honestly, Caleb, I don't think it's like, I think it was pretty much expected. Like we had, the only thing I remember you had is you did not take Natalie Spooner. That's correct.
No, I did not.
But other than that, you had everybody else.
Yeah, on the forward core, yeah. Okay.
I was the same. I took Natalie Spooner. I had everybody who was on this team, and the forward core. But yeah, it's kind of hard to like really break stuff down because we kind of already did this per se, and we also this is just it's expected. We just saw it the rivalry series too. Obviously, didn't go our way. And Cale, we were both talking about how Team Canada needed some fresh faces, but we don't see that.
No, not at all. Obviously, sure, Kristen O'Neill was on the 2022 team. Well, she was in the taxi squad, but other than that, I think everyone else is on that team. Maybe Sarah Fillier wasn't either, but like honestly, it's the same names. It's the same names from the World Championship. I don't know who would have found their way on this team. I don't know that off the top of my head. Same team that lost in the rivalry. Well, most of the same players that lost in the rivalry series. So it's it's just bound to happen. Looks like they're going to lose again. So it's going to be curious. Now the question is going to be, Are they going to fumble in the semis, or are they going to fumble in the gold medal game?
Okay. Okay. Bold words. Bold words. In the press conference when this team was announced, they did talk about how the rivalry series didn't go their way, but they said they do have a belief in this group that they can get it done, and it's a consistent group. Consistently meaning like it is an older group, as we do. It's experienced, and
The
they
average
mentioned that they
age
value
is
that
30
experience.
and a half.
Yeah, that is
Super high.
That's very high. To be fair though, like women's hockey, especially in the PWHL, is a bit older due to the NCAA.
USA is 27.
That's still pretty. Like I would wonder what. Yeah,
No, 27.
That's what I'm saying. Like women's
perfect.
hockey is a bit older than
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
men's hockey.
But like,
yeah.
just in comparison to the USA, we're 3.5 years older. That's you think 3.5 is not a lot. It is kind of a lot when it comes down to an average of 23 players or 25, whatever the number is. That is absurd.
Well, it takes a lot of players to bring that number down, right? So, like 3 years is very significant, and also showcases maybe the players on the older side, like 35 plus for Team Canada, that bring that number up. You know what I mean? Like someone in the decor we'll get to, and I'm sure we'll have a great conversation about. If you know, you know. But yeah, this like. What would you like to talk about on this forward court, Caleb? So let's talk about the younger talent that's on this team. So I'm looking at players like Sarah Fillier, who I'm very excited to watch this tournament. I think if Canada's going to win, I'm not going to say she needs to be the biggest X factor, because I think still to this day it's still Marie-Philippe Poulin, but Sarah Fillier is second.
Like X factor?
In my opinion, yes, I think an X factor. Like if you're gonna win, listen. We know Marie-Philippe Poulin going to produce,
Yeah.
but if I'm looking for secondary scoring, someone to like the second. Like I want all four lines to produce here.
Oh, okay.
But especially that top two lines.
Okay.
They both need to be on their game, and Sarah Fillier is going to run that second line.
Sure. I was gonna say, I mean, you took it a different way. I think a big X factor beside Poulin would be Jen Gardner. Obviously, she's played lower in the lineup. I mean, we both want her in the top line, reunite the top line, but honestly, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think it should.
I think I could see
but
it. Yeah.
I think if it does, which like it likely will later on in the tournament, if it doesn't go well to
At some
start,
point.
or they just if they're not effective enough, I'm sure they'll find their way back together. But I think if they want to be really effective, we need to have a really dominant top line. And obviously in the rivalry series, that top line left wing wasn't doing much. They had 4 different left wings in that top line there. And then obviously Laura Stacey wasn't spectacular or anything like that in that rivalry series. Nobody really was, but I think Jen Gardner, if she can come back to her old self, then I think that'd be a big X factor. Obviously we saw it in the World Championships, and that line dominated. So
Yeah, no, Jen Gardner's going to be interesting. Her first Olympics, I believe. I don't know if she played in 2022. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that's her first Olympics.
So her first Olympics, which is awesome for her. Of course, she's not on the Montreal Victoire anymore. She moved over to Vancouver in the off season, so she's now doesn't play anymore with Laura Stacey and Pooh. But when they were all together, that line was just top in the league. Like chemistry was there, everything was clicking, and so I get what you mean. Like that left wing, that top line left wing position is so important. Obviously, you stated top line is crucial in a tournament like this. They have Stacey and they have Marie-Philippe Poulin, both stamped in there, permanent marker. You probably can't move them. And he said they cycled through a couple lefties. Who's going to play up there? I remember you mentioned Jen Gardner, of course, and then even someone like Daryl Watts could play on that top line as well. I think they tried her out. Fillier, the only thing about Fillier is she is a righty, so if you put her on that left side and beat her offhand.
And
but of course,
also,
if you want to stack up the line, you
can.
can.
But I mean,
I
don't know. They don't really have another option for a second line center other than Fillier. So unless I guess Watts, but there's a few options. Like, come on, you've got literally anybody should be able to play beside them. So you should expect anybody. Yeah, anybody should be able to. It just depends on the rest of the lineup now. Like if that 2C is now a weaker 2C, then that might be the only thing that kind of affects it. and obviously you're not keen to having a right-handed shot on the left wing, but in some circumstances it will work when you're playing with the best player in the world. So
True. So that'll be interesting. I do think she'll play that second line center though. I like her there.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that though, like if you really want to talk about, let's talk about the top 6. We've already had this conversation. So we have Stacy, Marie-Philippe Poulin, and Sarah Fillier in the top 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 more spots remaining. I'm going to throw out a name. I think Daryl Watts will play in the top 6. We can agree on that.
Daryl Watts. Yeah.
Daryl Watts in the top 6. Okay, thank you. One of those 2 left wing positions, right?
Yeah.
And then Jen Garner. Do you think Jen Garner also plays the other one? Your other options are Emily Clark.
Hold on. Are we doing this by what the coach is gonna do or what we want to do?
Let's just give both. Like,
okay, well, I
just
don't
give
know if the
context
coach
to your
is
answer.
putting her in the top 6, Jen Gardner in the top 6 right now.
Okay.
Just given how.
What about? Do you think he gives Troy Ryan gives more minutes to like someone like Emily Clark?
Yeah, she's older too. I have Emily Clark in my top 6, second line left wing.
Yeah, I like Emily Clark too. She's a very good player.
Yeah, do you want to just? I'll just say this is my. It's tough on that second line left wing for me. I've thought about other players, but I have Gardner, Poulin, Stacy, Clark, Fillier, Watts. Watts on the right side, Clark on the left side.
Okay.
So. And
then and someone else I think who also could potentially play that right side too, right winger with Fillier is Sarah Nurse. I think if she's producing, if she looks like herself, I guess she has that injury, but I think when she is healthy, she could be a top 6 player. She's been in the past, so.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I think
I'll throw in another name too.
I think there's better players on this roster now.
Okay, I'll throw in another name too, just because why not? We talk about younger team and someone who's got a heck of a lot of skill. I'm very interested to see where she plays in the lineup. It'll probably be a depth role, if not the scratch, maybe. Is Julia Gosling.
Yeah,
I think she has a lot of upside.
You think she could find? I'd argue Emma Malte as well could find a top 6 role.
I agree.
It depends who's playing center on this team, but I think Malte. I don't mind Gosling either. I think she'll probably find more of a depth role. I need to look at how they were deployed in the rivalry series again to kind of fact check and see what Troy Ryan's doing, but. Yeah, I could see that. I think it's going to come down to, like, if you've got Fillier as your 2C and Watts on that line, you might want more of an experience. And I feel like, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm sure Emily Clark has got more experience than Julia Gosling.
I mean,
in these situations. So I would probably stick with Clark on that line. And then, like, you're going to have a good third line. Like, it's going to be a good third line. Like, you can make arguments for probably anybody on that third line to be on the second line. Like, that's just how the depth is on this team. And they all like, a lot of them have a similar play style in my opinion. So, like, I'm sure they can really mesh well, flipping the lineup up and changing things up and changing the lineup mid-game. So.
Yeah, but, like, will we see that dynamicness in the lineup? I feel like that was a conversation for the rivalry.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try stuff. They're gonna try stuff mid-game.
You'd hope.
They're not playing. There's not gonna be a crazy amount of blowouts because they're playing. It's like all the world championships. They're gonna play the top 5 teams in the tournament. Like, they're all gonna be somewhat. They're gonna take a couple games convincingly. Like, I'm sure they'll beat up on Finland a little bit, and can't remember the other one, but. Obviously, when it comes down to USA, Sweden's much better. Their women's program has gotten way, way better in the past few years. They're gonna be tight games, and don't be shocked if they're down a goal or they're even after a period or something like that. And I'm sure there'll be lineup changes. And come on, USA, especially when you're not playing them it's just you play them twice pretty much. You're gonna play them in the pool play, and that's gonna be a crucial game. That's the last game of the pool play. The winner's gonna take that pool. And then they'll get the home ice advantage. So, like, last change and all that for that gold medal game. That's gonna be a big factor. So,
yeah, could be. So I've pulled up the lines from a Rivalry Series game. It was Game 3, the one that got destroyed, first of all. But here's what they had going into Game 3 of the Rivalry Series. It was Daryl Watts, the top line with Mary Philip Plan and Laura Stacey. Second line was Jen Garner, and then Emma Malte was actually the center. And Sarah Fillier was the right winger. So they moved Fillier to the right side and put Malte down the middle. Interesting.
Yeah,
And
I
then
like that better. Who is the left wing?
Jen Gardner.
Oh, and who is it? Sorry, and then who is the first line left
It
wing?
was Daryl Watts.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, dude. I think that'd be a fun line. Malte, Watts, and Fillier all in a line, but they're all just really younger too. So
Well, they had
they're
Gardner on
also
the
really
line with
skilled.
Malte and Fillier.
yeah, I know. But if you want Gardner on the top line, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like we do bash, like we say, man, they're super old, but they do have a good chunk of younger players that will be around for the 2030 Olympics. Like Fillier is going to be around for a while. Gardner will be around for a bit longer, or for a while.
Gardner,
Yeah, sorry. But it's just, it's going to cut. We got to get to this now. Like, why is it so, why are they so old, man? Like they're slower. Like they arguably, like, I don't know. They're so
because
slow.
not
And we've
the-
talked
not the
about this
team
for the
captain.
past 3 episodes, but like they're older. I understand experience, but when does it become a factor? Like you're really screwing up your development. Like it's gonna come back and bite you in 8 years from now.
I think the switch up needs to happen when you lose a major tournament like this.
Well, like
That's the shock
it's-
factor, right?
Like
Because
they don't
before
have
this year-
that. They don't, I understand. Like they haven't lost yet, and they still might win, but they do not have the best roster right now. And even if you have the younger players, you're not going to have the better roster. Like if you include a super young Kramer, if you include some of those other rookies in the PWHL this year that are lighting it up, like it's not going to, you're not going to have the best roster this year at all. But like think about 2030, you could arguably have a better roster in 2030 if you have some of these players come in, get the experience. And I understand there's world championships and all these other little things they do every year, but like, man, they got to get the experience somehow. And I just don't understand, why are these depth roles, like some of these depth roles could be given out to a Kramer, or like even like take a player to have them be their scratch and come in for a couple games. Like, I don't know.
And so somebody that actually didn't make this team, who is on the younger side and has played for played in big moments Canada in the past, is Danielle Stradokny.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't get chosen for this team as well. She did play at the Rivalry Series, and she scored big goals. She scored with OT gold medal winner
she did
before.
in 2023
is.
or 2022. Like, I don't know. I think it comes down to, this is it for the team. This is it probably for the coach. That's my guess. Is you kind of do or die here. And it's just unfortunate. I think it might set us up for some growing pains in the next few years.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I know they're still the second best first or second team in the world, but like USA is just so much younger. They're more fun to watch, I think. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's very.
USA
it's
is
very
way
fair to say,
more fun to watch, dude. I saw, I was watching the Frost Seattle game today. Taylor Heisey is just electric, man.
Mhm.
And how old is she?
She's
24.
very good.
Like, she's a game breaker. Probably the same age as Fillier, but Heisey is getting that number 1C spot. She's got an Abby Murphy on her wing, who's super young too. Like, it's just, they've got 7 NCAA players on their team, I'm pretty sure, or 6.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's hard to give Fillier the top line center when you have the go.
Oh, I know. No. Poulin is better, but I'm saying, like, obviously Poulin is better than Heisey right now, I'd still would think, but a few years from now.
Yeah. I agree. Taylor Heisey is insane to watch. She's a very fun player. And, it kind of flips the script of the question, like Mary Philip Poulin, and the States have Hillary Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Taylor Heisey and Fillier maybe in the future? After these two retire, hang them up? Yeah.
I think it is, yes. Yeah. I don't think there's any game breakers coming up. Like, I know Kramer's been great. She broke the record for most goals in the U18s the 1 year. And we have Pri Moreno, who really might be the best defender in the Olympics for a long time.
Yep.
But like, there's no game breaker like Poulin coming up where USA, obviously you can't single one out right now, but they've got a few that have the potential, where we have two that have potential to be that next Poulin.
Not gonna lie, Abby Murphy looks pretty good. You
Yeah.
see the goal she scored or the assist she had the other night?
I did not.
Oh, dude, I don't know how you didn't see this. This is everywhere. Where she like flicks the puck up. She's 1-on-1 with the defender, and she like flicks the puck up in the air and then bats it down in between the defender's legs and tosses it over. You have to watch it. Watch it literally right now. I want to see your live reaction because this was all over my feed. Like, it was everywhere about how crazy it was. Sick. Like, the skill of Abby Murphy to pull this off, it was insane. So all the viewers watching at home, if you've seen this, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, just search up Abby Murphy assist, and it might come up. She's trending on. I'm on Elite Prospects right now, and she's trending on Elite Prospects. That's how good that goal was. That's how good that assist was.
Oh, it was today. Yeah. Oh, yesterday. I did see this actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just bats it up and gets around, and then
she flicks it up there and then bats it down.
Yeah. That's an electric play right there.
That's so creative.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the next Poulin. I don't know, man. I think they're just better. And I don't know. Like, obviously these players have the experience, and it won't shock me if Canada wins. Like, these players one last time, last time. It's just unfortunate that USA is going to push us to the brink. We still might win, but these, like, almost a good chunk of the US players are coming back for 2030, 2034, 2038, right? So, yeah.
We'll
let's
see.
do,
let's do the decor. Okay, well, I'm going to end one final note for the forward core, and I'm very interested to see how, like, people like Emma Malte, someone I think she has high upside, but I could also see her playing very, very static, like maybe just the line, you know what I mean? So she needs to have a big tournament. Emily Clark, I feel like also needs to, I think she's someone who can provide a lot of high-end offense. She needs to step up. And then I'm just thinking of people in the top 6 who I think really just need to have, if Canada's going to do well, someone like Daryl Watts. I'm going to throw Daryl Watts in there too. She's got a lot of high-end skill. She does. She can play first line for Team Canada. That's how good she is.
Yeah.
But she's got to showcase it. You know what I mean? There's a couple players in this middle 6 that have to step up and take advantage of these opportunities with the gaps in maybe Canada's lineup right now. So, well, that's what I'm most interested to see about the forward core. Like, we know what we're going to expect out of Mary Philip Plan, Laura Stacey, probably Sarah Fillier too. She's probably going to have a great tournament.
Yeah.
And then people like, you got the Brianne Jenner and then Kristen O'Neill and Blair Turnbull. Like, those are players that you don't expect to play, like, probably big minutes, but will play a lot of PK probably, and then obviously grind you down on the when a third or fourth line gets thrown out there. So,
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they perform, and sure, they're gonna put up their points, but still, it's gonna come down to USA. And I mean, it's a good thing we get a good benchmark because we're gonna play them in the pool play, and then we gotta play them. Assuming we don't fumble the pool play and we come first or second, we'll play them in the gold medal game. So it's fun times, and like, it's ride or die with the forward core. I think if the forward core doesn't execute, kind of screwed.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, if you can't score goals, it's like you can't score goals, so you're screwed. Let's move on to the defense, like you said. So Team Canada's defense is kind of also predictable. There is there's one new name I'd say that maybe was up for tossing around.
Yeah, I think there was probably four locks, and then out of how many they took 8, right? 7.
Yes. No, 7. 7.
Yeah, we screwed that up, by the way. I didn't realize it was 23, not 25 for the roster, which is odd to me. But yeah, so 7. I think the 3 were all toss-ups, I think. Toss-ups, and then you have, there's 5 players for 3 spots, I think. Is kind of what it was. Or at 4 players for 3 spots. So
Okay, so let's get to this. The defensemen for Team Canada at this upcoming Olympics are 4 locks: Renata Fast, Ella Shelton, Aaron Ambrose, and Claire Thompson.
yep.
Yes, those are the 4 locks. And then I also like to throw up a name, but the three people, other defensemen who are believable, not making their, 2 of them are going to make their Olympic debut. One of them has been around for a long time, and we'll name her last because we'll have a good conversation about her. But Sophie Jakes will be on this defense court as well. I'm pretty high on her, so I'm excited to see her debut at the Olympics. And then Katie Tabin gets named to, or Tabin gets named to the Olympic roster as well. So a name that could have been up there. Maybe you think maybe an Ashton Bell, but no, Tabin gets the nod.
Yeah, I think
As like a defenseman who's played in the
as a
league.
depth role, not going to play many minutes, but she's good enough, man, and she's going to hold her own. She's a little older, like she hasn't made the Olympics, but she's been around for a little bit, right? So
She is 28.
yeah, she's been around for a little bit. She's been eligible. I'm sure she's been to a few. Actually, I don't know how I think, was she the one? There was one player that didn't play in the 18Us and also didn't play in any world championships. Was it her?
It was her. It's
Yeah.
her. She's never played.
Okay.
Yep.
So, but like she's been playing in the professional leagues like PWHL and whatever league she was in.
Yep.
PWP, WA or whatever.
PHF. It's
Yeah,
called.
there was 2 of them, but whatever league she was in. She's been around for a while. She's experienced. She's played the game. She knows the game. I think she'll do fine. She'll hold her own.
That's all you want from her too.
Yeah.
I think maybe just a pairing with maybe someone younger, like with
Well, she's
Sophie
going to be the
Jakes.
she'll be the defensively reliable kind of defenseman on that pairing with Jakes.
Yeah.
I my guess is, like, I don't know. I don't know how the lineups work. Is there 7D playing?
It's a good question.
Because I don't
Probably.
know.
You probably have 7D.
So
and
all
then,
7 will play.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so I think she'll be swapped in and out. Like in a game, it'll be Jocelyn LaRocque and Katie Tabin.
okay. So
Jakes
we
will have
named. I
Jakes
was
on more time.
I was waiting to name her, but we could talk about Jocelyn LaRocque. She is the final defenseman named to Team Canada. So definitely her. Like she could, I guess, play in the top 4, but she probably they had her playing in the top 4 once in the rivalry series. But a very experienced defenseman for Canada. She's played at all different levels. But Caleb, conversation we've had on this podcast over the last little bit is, has it come time to move on from Jocelyn LaRocque?
I mean, it's tough, man. She's pretty slow, and I think the one thing Hockey Canada has done with her is that she's like the defensive shutdown defense player on this national team for the longest time.
Yeah.
You know, PK1, all that, but like, first of all, when she right now in her PWHL club for the last 2 or 3 years, that's not exactly her role. She's still expected to put up points offensively. I think she's on the power play on her team as well. But like, there's no shutdown. There's no legit defensive shutdown player on this team, and she's the one who's relied on it, they've been relying on. And I feel like there's more options than that. She's older. She's going to be a little slower. It's fine in my opinion. Like, she's not going to get a lot of minutes.
No, I think her and Tabin will kind of cycle through because I think, Sophie Jakes is there's only 3 right-handed defensemen on this D-core. So it just makes sense to play. Well, plus also like Tabin and LaRocque play the left side primarily. So that third left-handed defenseman role is going to be up for those 2. And honestly, going into the tournament, who has the upper hand? Obviously, Jocelyn LaRocque has all this experience. She's played on multiple, like literally the tale of 2 different ends of defensemen for Tabin and LaRocque, Team Canada-wise. LaRocque has been playing for the Canadian national team since 2010, consistently every single year.
Yeah.
And Tabin has never worn the leaf on her chest. So there's a lot of reliability on Jocelyn The Rock, who has, won 2 gold medals at the Olympics already, won 4 world championships. She's also won a silver at the Olympic Games. Like, she has done it all in her career. And you probably, it's so hard to say, but going into the tournament, it'd probably be hers to lose in that third defensive pairing, potentially.
Yeah, I think it probably came down to, who do you think it came down to? Do you think it came down to Taben and then Primerano, or do you think it came down to Larocque and Primerano?
I think Taben. I think Katie Taben. Just because, Jocelyn Larocque,
that's what I think.
Taben played the first 2 games as well of the rivalry series, correct?
I think
and
so.
Yeah. Larocque, did Jocelyn play all 4? She played the final 2 in Canada for sure.
She did play. She was on. She wasn't named for the first half, and then she was on the second half, and she played a top 4 role in the one game.
The only reason I'm going to say Taben was the one that had a conversation is just because she's had no Team Canada experience, except for the rivalry series, I guess. So, and even her, maybe Ashton Bell was probably in there too. I love Primerano.
We don't get any insights on who on the snubs. Really, they don't really give us anything.
Who's the injury calls? That's what we've been finding out about Team Canada, the men's side recently.
Yeah. We know half of them.
Yeah.
Stupid, but
won't give us that.
Yeah, I'm just upset, man. I think Primerano is better than. You know what? It could have came down to maybe it was Primerano Jakes because they're gonna play the exact same role.
Primerano's a lefty though. No,
doesn't matter. Jakes plays the left side.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
right side.
Pretty sure she plays the left side.
I got her on the rivalry roster. Got her on the right side.
Oh, okay, whatever. I think it doesn't matter on that. Doesn't matter. They're gonna play. Who's gonna be power play 2? Who's gonna have a couple offensive zone draws, and who's not gonna be relied on defense, right? I think it came down to probably the 2. I would say Primerano is more dynamic, but right now Jakes is more experienced, has a better shot, has been in these situations. Probably it might have came down to those 2, honestly. So
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think that's. I still feel like it was Katie Taben, same side. But I get what you mean. They're 2 different players, Primerano and Taben. So maybe it comes down to those 2. But then you just pick on honestly preference, situational wise. You know what I mean? Yeah. They already Primerano. The thing is, Sophie Jakes probably play power play 2. Renato Fast will play 1. And then you can even have someone like maybe Ella Shelton plays power play 2. There's a couple different options. I still like Sophie. I'm a big fan of Sophie Jakes. I've made this.
It's just
the
defense right now. That's the only issue.
She is. Yeah, exactly. But I think on offense,
the time on ice is coming from the power play.
Yeah, so. I think on offense though, might be I get you can't never diss Renata Fast, but she's definitely number 2. I got Sophie Jakes number 2 best offensive defenseman, and she's really good. She's and she was one of the I think she was one of the lone bright spots of the rivalry series. If you want to talk about offensive wise,
yeah, for sure. It's just 5-on-5 wise, Renata Fast, and the top 4 is going to play almost all of the 5-on-5. It feels like, but hey, I don't know. We'll see. It could become different. It could be different. They might be deployed different just because they got destroyed in those rivalry series games. There's a lot of questions coming into this tournament. And
no guarantees.
No guarantees. The only thing
is, if you had a good performance, you're gonna get guaranteed. If they had a great performance in the rivalry series, this roster would be, kind of, I don't want to say stable down, but you definitely have a lot of predictions of how this roster is going to be deployed. But since there's no guarantee of winning gold now, of course there's never a guarantee, but sometimes you have a pretty good, just especially mentally, going into a tournament where you just come out the USA right now are feeling amazing. Their roster is locked in. They know their roles. They know their identity. And this team still looks like they're trying to find that. It still feels that's the feeling right now around this roster.
Yeah. The only guarantee is you're named on the roster. That's about it. So, and I think just genuinely, USA they look like they're having more fun. I don't know if that's not great analysis by me, but they just look like they enjoy the game more right now too. We
saw
they showed, when you're winning, when you're winning for sure. But Like they showed the locker room after the fourth rivalry series game. Man, that's a pretty defeated squad. And you know it's not good when people are pissed. Like they were pissed in there. Like just got absolutely destroyed. So,
Not a bad thing though to be pissed, as they rightfully should be pissed because
it was not. It was horrible. Yeah.
it was a terrible performance.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they bounce back. Definitely going to be some changes. We'll see how Troy Ryan makes up. I would be very excited to see the first practice with this team all together.
Yeah,
Everyone,
I wonder when that is.
Even just throw a roster out, throw a lineup out there. I want to see just some lines, some line rushes.
For sure.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah, I wonder when that starts. Like we're getting close, less than a month.
I know, it's actually insane.
The ice looks good, according to the second game. Somehow there's a big hole. The game's canceled, and then game two is all good.
They just figured something out. They figured something out, and just like that, you're all good.
That's how you do it, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have many. I think Kramer and also we didn't really touch much on Kramer, but I think in my eyes, and I think in a lot of fans' eyes, like those are two pretty big snubs. Like it's especially Primerano.
I don't know.
It's hard.
I wouldn't say big snuffs. I don't know if I'd say big snubs.
Like the skill wise, man. Like especially Primerano, skill wise, that's hard to keep off a roster.
It is true.
Like I mean, you haven't seen that from a 18-year-old in so long.
I know, but she's 18 years old.
I know.
That's the only issue. Olympics, right? This is the Olympics. Not a lot of certainties we talk about.
It doesn't matter. Women's or men's. It's a stupid thing. They both play in good leagues. Like NCAA is still a really good league.
It is.
It's really competitive. Like, come on. Like,
well, the thing about on the women's side of the game, like the NCAA, not the equivalent to the like PWHL skill wise, but it's up there because a lot of play until they're 24 years old.
Like, not everybody on the NCAA is going to turn out and be a PWHL player. Like obviously, there's a lot of players that it's NCAA and that's kind of it for them. I understand that, but still, like skill wise, compete wise, it's very competitive. Like these games, I think it's not talked about enough. Is like these games are a lot more. They're weighed a lot more than an NHL or a PWHL season, right? Because they only play. I mean, I guess PWHL is only 30 games, but there's 8 teams. Whereas if you want to make the playoffs in the NCAA, you're competing against a lot of teams, first of all, and it's in a short chunk of time, and you're playing back-to-backs. Like those are two games back-to-back, big swings for your season.
Yeah.
Like if you lose 2, like that's a tough look. So
yeah.
Just seeing it, like and they're younger too. They're all under 24 or 25 years old, but just like compete in that just makes me wonder, like if the Olympic games are going to be that competitive, like they're going to be pretty darn close. It feels like Olympics. I feel like they're going to be somewhat competitive or comparable. So I don't know.
Yeah. Another defenseman that I don't think we talked about is Nicole Gosling. She also put at the rivalry series. She played the last 2 games, I believe. And so obviously Team Canada gave her a look because everyone who goes to the rivalry series is going to get a look. But they still choose Tabin over her. So they're pretty high on Katie Tabin to get decided that she gets on the team over, as you said, we were talking about Primerano.
I feel like that's a pretty crazy pull now. Just, I don't know. Whatever she did, she looked good, I guess. So deserves it, though, man. Like, she's a really good player.
Yeah, but no, I agree. Primerano is definitely a snub for sure. It is hard to not take her. She's this raw talent that we haven't seen probably since Sarah Fillier, and if not, then Mary Philippine. So that is tough, but they don't take her, so she'll have to make her debut when she's 22 years old because she will be on this team by then. But she'll probably be on the World Championship team. She was on this year's World Championship team, was she?
Who?
Chloe Primerano.
She was, yeah. She had more minutes than Sophie Jakes in the gold medal game.
Yeah, she already had her debut, her audition to make the team. So she'll play many more, probably 4 more World Championships till next time we see her at the Olympics. So still a lot to watch from Chloe Primerano. But yeah, just unfortunate. Especially we talked about the excitingness of Team USA, all their NCAA talent. Like we have that. To be fair, though, the USA NCAA talent is older than the 18-year-old Chloe Primerano.
That is true. Yes. Yes, there's probably not many from Canada to choose from for the same age as an Abby Murphy or you know what I mean? Like there's not many for them to choose.
I don't know. I think you'd be surprised. There's a decent amount.
Abby Murphy and Tessa Janicki and forgetting the other one, like
Layla Edwards.
Yeah, thank you. Layla Edwards. I think there's not as many for Canada to choose from with the same kind of skill level. I think those are far and away the best.
Caitlin Kramer,
yeah,
man.
But she's still 19 too. So
yeah. I think she barely missed the roster. I think I know you'll agree with me.
Did. I think they're probably the first two calls.
The only person I could see on the offense is Danielle Serdachny. I could see her getting a call too.
Oh yeah, that's true. I probably would have Serdachny before Kramer.
Okay. She's also a bit younger too, right? So
just right now. Yeah. All right. I don't really have much more to say on defense. We've done forwards. Do you have anything last things to say about defense? Goalies will be a short conversation, I think. So
yeah, let's just move on to the goalies. And we knew two of them probably coming in. And Renee Desbiens, the starter. She'll hopefully start. And Emirates Mashmeyer, the two goalies. Well, the two goalies. The third one, who was maybe up in the air, I think we both nailed this though, is Kaylee Osborne.
Yeah.
Will be from the New York Sirens. Will be the third goalie. Probably won't touch the net, but
she's the youngest player on the team, actually. Fun fact.
Really?
22. Yep.
She is. She's the only 2002 born on the team.
And she
she
beats out Av Gasson. So.
How old is Gasson? Might even. Is she older
than
Osborne?
She might.
Wow. That just shows you what NCAA means. It doesn't mean a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like young wise, when you think of NCAA talent anywhere else, you're like, oh, this kid.
She's an 03, so she's younger.
Okay, never mind. Take it back.
So is she draft eligible? Like I don't. Is it
draft eligible? 23.
23 years old is when you can get drafted to the PW.
I don't know. Draft eligible is weird in the PWHL, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
The NCAA, because you got to. Most players always finish out their NCAA year.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it probably was a toss up. They both they played whatever in their rivalry series game. I think the defense kind of let them down a little bit when they got blown out both games. Toss up in my opinion for that third spot, and I don't think Kaylee Osborne will find the net. So
yeah, and listen, those two will be on the roster probably in 2030. So. We'll see them get the belt.
This might be it for Desbiens, Mashmeyer.
Olympics-wise, probably. They are... Yeah, they are.
I saw people making an argument for not having Mashmeyer, which I was a little shocked by.
That's I don't know. I think that's absurd.
I think she's still probably top 4 or 5 goalie in the PWHL. So probably 4, 3.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's why obviously she gets named to the roster. Yeah. It's two reliable goalies that Canada's always.
Mashmeyer held her own when Desbiens was out for the World Championships for a little bit too. So she held her own. It's pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure the first two were pretty solid locks. I think the biggest locks of the entire team behind Poulin. So, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to bring up a new conversation.
Okay.
Still to do with the women's team. Somebody named Hannah Miller, with all the news that comes with her, doesn't get named to the team. And I don't know. I'm just reading something right now. I think
she did get cleared to play.
She got cleared to play, and she doesn't get named to the team. Does that take away some high-end offense? Because we've seen in the past Miller can produce high numbers.
I don't know. I feel like internationally we haven't seen a crazy. Like she didn't stand out to me enough. Like nothing crazy. I'm surprised that she didn't make the rivalry series the second 2 games. That's a little odd to me, but I think really it comes down to she'd probably be a good top 6 player, but really you already have 9 players on the team that would be good top 6 players. Who are you gonna take out? She's also a -7. She's not having the greatest year this year either. Only 5 points, 12 games. She's a -7. Vancouver's supposed to be better than what they are. But 1 goal.
Yeah, she hasn't had the best year. Definitely not years of past for Hannah Miller. But I remember coming into this tournament, like maybe last year or maybe like 8 months ago, we were like, if she gets clear to play, she'll be on this team.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying.
We did. Yes, I do remember that. She had a really good year last year in the PWHL. And I think really, to me, off my raw knowledge right now, especially in the World Championships, we didn't see her too much. Wait, was she on that World Championship? Whatever it was, the rivalry series games, those first 2, I mean, she didn't stand out to me.
No. No.
And I think
I wonder how she was deployed, though. New player on the team.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't play for Canada in the past. Played for China last time they were at the Olympics. So she does have Olympic experience. But yeah.
I want to pull up the championship numbers, but I'm not gonna be able to get them right now. Anyways, I think it's just there's 6 top 6 spots, and they already have 8 or 9 players that can play in that top 6, right? So I think she's just the odd one out. I mean, probably might have came down to like, and not just in my mind for even a 3rd line player. Probably comes down to Sarah Nurse or Hannah Miller. Comes down to even a Blair Turnbull and a Hannah Miller, Brianne Jenner or Hannah Miller. So
Natalie Spooner.
Natalie Spooner. I think Natalie Spooner, Brianne Jenner could play a 4th line, not have many minutes and still be effective.
True.
So I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. It's a little bit of a fall, not a fall off, but I think her name just wasn't as big anymore.
And so there's a lot of talk about also right now about Sarah Nurse. We've already talked about it a little bit, but with the injury, obviously I believe she's still listed at potentially week to week right now, and we are slowly but surely running out of weeks till the Olympics. So let's make a scenario. She doesn't she's not cleared to play. Who is the first person you're bringing in her absence? Let's throw some options out there first before you give an answer.
I think there's 2 options here. It's Serdachny or Kramer. Yes. I think is Gosling. Oh no, Gosling was on the team, right?
Julie Gosling is on the team. Yeah.
Sorry. So it's gonna come down to Kramer, Serdachny. I think on this team it makes more sense to take Serdachny. I think more of a solidified, I think she would be a really effective 3rd liner. Or Kramer is still a question mark, and I understand experience, and I'd love for her to be on the team, but experience wise, I don't see how she finds her way. Won't get many minutes. So I'd say Serdachny. But I am also pretty sure that Sarah Nurse will be cleared to play.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm interested to see how many minutes she'll get, because I think she could play half. I think she could play half in the lineup when she's healthy. She's 100% healthy, but she hasn't played since November, so that will definitely be a factor. It's hard to just come back and play it, especially at the Olympics, the highest level there is. Just all of a sudden going, clicking, firing all cylinders, and then you try to keep up with these. If you do play high up in the lineup, you try to keep up with the Sarah Filliers of the world and Daryl Watt, so probably not that high up. But then can she give her all on a back check, get really physical with somebody else, try to box somebody out? How's the wrist doing? Can it use the stick to box somebody out? Can it lift somebody who's heavy on their stick, lift their stick and steal the puck? So a lot of questions about Sarah Nurse, but she is a veteran player, so she's she's used to these bumps and bruises that she gets throughout the year. and probably missing time due to injury too. So, yeah, I would
think
expect her
so.
to play, but we'll see.
Troy Ryan, he said he's talking to Vancouver's medical officials or whatever. Sounds like she will be ready, but if she's not ready for for the camp or whatever, they will make a change. So it's gonna come down soon. The camps are soon, like I think 2 weeks, probably 2.5 weeks. Yep. So we're gonna find out that decision sooner than later. But I think she'll probably be cleared to play. So that's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see a reason why she wouldn't, but it's just, to me, Sarah Nurse it's more of a question mark. Is she going to be like 100%? Like, is she going to be effective will she be as effective as what she was in past tournaments and such like that? So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
But it's unfortunate Kramer didn't make it, because she's going to be probably a cornerstone on this team a few years from now.
Yeah, well, it's got to turn over, right? The roster has to change at some point.
It's just there's a lot of players. Like, it's going to be a big turnover now.
Yeah, like let's talk.
I guess year to year World Championships, but like,
yeah,
especially Olympics wise, like at 4 years, that gives me a lot.
Who will not be back in 2030? Mary, I'm not going to throw her name out. Natalie Spooner.
I think we said Poulin would on the episode earlier on.
I think she might honestly be, if she wants to play, she
play. Will. Yeah, she'll have a spot. Yeah, it comes down to, does she want to play?
Well,
I think it's safe to stay if Poulin and Stacey want to play, they still will have a third line.
Poulin will be 39. Poulin will be 39. So.
I think if she wants to play, she'll have like it won't be it probably won't be a top 6 role, but like third line maybe. You might be able to say the same thing with Laura Stacey too, but it might be tough. It'll be tougher for her to make it. Gardner will be back. Clark. How old's Clark? I don't really know off the top of my head.
Clark is 95 born. She'll be 35. Next
35. Maybe she might be in that like Natalie Spooner 13th forward spot. Yep. Fillier, Watts, Malte.
We'll be fine.
We'll be back. I don't know about Sarah Nurse. I don't know. I don't have the ages in front of me. I just have the graphic.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have the roster.
I'm going to throw this out. I don't think Blair Turnbull will be back. No. She'll be too old. Brian Jenner won't be back.
No.
Natalie Spooner.
No. I didn't even have her on my team.
Yeah, exactly. No for Natalie Spooner. And then what about Sarah Nurse?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know her age. Do you have the
She'll be 35 next Olympics.
She'll be in that Natalie Spooner spot, like very on the bubble.
Yeah,
again.
I agree.
I think Kristen O'Neill, she's 28. I think it's the same thing with her.
Make her Olympic debut.
Yeah, but she's she'll be 20? No, she'll be 32. She'll be kind of on the bubble, I think. Like, I don't see much of a uphill climb.
High end upside.
Yeah, high end upside. That's a good word. I don't see it from her. So, decor. We can do decor and forward core if you want to.
Sure.
Fast. How old's Fast? Oh, dude, I need the ages. It's pissing me off.
Listen, Verona Fast will be 36 next Olympics. I think she'll be on the. Defense are hard too because there's.
It's just spots. That's a lot of turnover because Larocque, no. Like I think Fast will. I think veteran presence. I could see it.
Larocque
Shelton
will be 42 next.
Yeah, no, Larocque is not cheap.
Just so you know.
Thanks. I needed that. I think. Why can't I? Oh my gosh! Here, finally I have the stupid roster. Jeez. Shelton, what is she? Is she like 32?
Ella Shelton is currently, she'll be 32 next Olympics. No, yeah, she will be 32 next Olympics.
Okay, so next Olympics. Oh, she'll be back. Ambrose.
Ambrose will be getting up there, 36 next Olympics. I'm going to say no for Erin Ambrose.
Yeah,
maybe a depth role, maybe a Jocelyn Larocque, maybe.
I'm going to say no. Yeah, Jocelyn Larocque, actually.
Listen, Claire Thompson will be there probably. Sophie Jakes will probably be there. Other than that, other than like the decor, honestly, no. Jocelyn LaRock is the only I'm gonna say confirmed one. who will
Yeah,
not
Jakes will be
back.
there, for sure. I don't know about
Maybe
Taven.
Taven. We'll see about Taven. It depends how Taven career develops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And not much more upside than what she's at right now. So
no. And then Debiana Mashmeyer might not be back. We might have to do a whole Osborne, Gasol, whoever else wants to go. So
cheers. Final thought. Are we doing final thoughts here? I think
yeah, we can do final thoughts. Sure.
I don't really think there's much else to touch on. I think it's tough. Like we've said, it's the same freaking team every year. I think the next, next year's world championship, there might be quite a bit of turnover. So I think it'll be more fun to talk about. But this team right now, it's kind of the same team. At best, they're a gold medal team. At worst, they're a silver medal team. So
Yeah. And you know what? If they don't win the Olympics, there should be a lot of turnover to the world championships because why not? Take a swing. See what happens. Because you're not going to find out if the team is great younger if you don't try.
yeah, exactly.
So we'll have to if they do win gold, then how does that go? Do you keep the same?
Well, I
or
wonder,
do you-
do some players just hang it up after that? Finish the P-Dub season? Because then, for a
I don't
while,
know. I think
for a while they were...
P-Dub?
For a while, the PWHL, I think, plays a big factor into that because it's a solidified league. I know the other leagues that they were in before, sure, it's professional and there's still stuff at stakes, but this is all the best players. It's solidified. There's a draft, it's a legit league now. I think it's probably fun to play, probably more fun to play in the PWHL. So maybe not, but I know in years past, it was, as on women's hockey, it was more focused on the international. You want to make these international teams, the national team for Canada. You want to win these gold medals for Canada. And then everything else comes after that. Where now, I think it's more of an even split. I think Poulin is really pushing to win Montreal the Walter Cup.
A title. Yeah.
So not just focused on a gold medal for Canada. So
It's an exciting league. It's a very exciting time for women's hockey.
yeah.
It's hard to leave the WHL right now. So I don't know if I don't know if we'll see anybody hang it up. Maybe maybe internationally because see people hang it up.
Well,
maybe
yeah,
not come back for World
that's what I'm
Championship or
wondering. Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be interesting to see. Maybe Jocelyn Rock calls a game. She wins another gold medal. And she's done. That'd be a great send off.
Yeah, that would be. Cheers. Yeah, I think this roster's strong, and I think we kind of both knew they were going to go on the more experienced side. I think that's just what we understood from analysts and people that have more inside information. I understand why they did it. I'm frustrated why they do it, but whatever. I expected it. So.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's yeah. I mean, we pretty much had bang on rosters from what they've named. So
yeah, I went with Primerano and Kramer though, which I kind of figured, especially
Took a
Kramer.
swing.
Kramer was a pull.
I think Kramer was more of a pull than Primerano.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Primerano has been around more. So.
Yes, true. There's more forward spots though. There's more forward spots than Kramer. I believe is a tad older than Primerano as well.
A year.
Primerano's been on
But
the-
I think Primerano still has.
She's been on the
Just-
scene for a while too.
I think. Well, yeah, the World Championships helps her, and I think just skill wise, there's a little bit more skill there.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
they both dominated those U18s. Kramer had 20 goals. Did you see 20 goals? I'm pretty sure 1 assist. Isn't that I thought that's a crazy stat line. And then Primerano had 21 points, 14 goals, or more than 21. I don't know. She had 14 goals and a lot of assists. So
True. Well, to be fair, when you win 10-0 against every team except for the USA or Canada, then that's just gonna happen.
yeah. So, anyways, well, that's the best. I think that was the best performance from a defenseman in that tournament, and that was the most goals scored by a forward in that tournament.
Yeah.
Or most goals
It's a
scored.
1-2 combo.
That. Yeah, exactly. So
That's why That's why they played for the rivalry
Yes.
series. Is why Canada gave them a look. They earned it. So
don't discredit that they just because they beat up on every team, like they were the best to beat up on those
True.
teams.
Yeah,
So.
I guess so.
Yeah. Anyways, I think it's good roster. It's gonna come back to bite them in 4 years from now. I feel like I don't know.
No, we'll see how they deploy the roster. I'm not worried about. Listen, you can worry about. I get it. You want to get younger talent into this roster, but that's what the World Champions are for. Like they'll integrate. They've already started Primerano into the integration slowly but surely, and I understand why they don't take her on this roster. It's the Olympics. It's a big time thing. Only happens every 4 years. You go with the people you can trust. And Primerano is just a tad too young. Although I think they can trust her for sure. And she's proven that she can eat the minutes. But they give the experience of the position to the more experienced. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
yeah, no, that's it. Like we said coming into this, like there's not much. There's obviously
We still
there's tons to
stretched
break
it
down,
almost an
but-
hour.
Yeah, there's tons to break down, but for seriously, we've talked about this roster plenty. You can watch any of our women's episodes and hear us probably say the same thing, same takes about certain players. So, yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I'm really listen. Both these teams, the men's and the women's side, are not confirmed a gold medal. Like, obviously years past were not confirmed, but I think maybe out of all Olympics, this might be one of them that we're maybe least confident going into for both these sides.
Coming into this tournament?
But the Olympics, obviously it's been a while for the men since they came back.
Yeah, I agree.
The women's side for sure, just because the U.S. looks so good, and for the men's side,
The men's competition
coming
is
off the gold.
much better than it ever has been.
yeah.
So,
Oh yes, there's a lot depth. The depth of the tournament is much better than years past too.
yeah. All right. Do we want to do a little bit of U18s?
I mean, I don't know how much there's to really say.
No.
We
They
just
just pumped
came off a big win
Switzerland.
against Switzerland.
Just pumped them. Your player to watch, Kaylee Tiller. She scored a goal. So
She did. That's why I told her to watch her, because she could score, and she did.
yeah,
There you go.
it's gonna be a solid team. It's gonna be first or second. So.
Yeah,
And we're not it's gonna be
US
like we
looks
don't
pretty good,
have
though.
if we're being honest, we don't have any insight on really any of the players. We can look at their elite prospects.
That's it.
We haven't watched any of these players. Nothing's televised, first of all, for most of it. Sure, I don't think there's any NCAA players on this team.
No, they're all 18. They're all under 18.
Yeah.
So in school.
There's
That's
one.
cool.
There's one that's playing in U Sports, but
Really?
mhm.
Who?
in I got to pull it up now. Great.
I want to see that. Okay, I also
Maybe it
found
was
this
last
on.
year.
I also found this on Reddit, and it was a Team Canada projected value, so offensive rating, defensive rating, and net rating for the entire team of Team Canada,
Yeah.
for the women's team. So the most valued forward with the highest net rating is Mary-Philippe Poulin with 6.9, lol, and then
Yeah.
Laura Stacey, and then Daryl Watts, Sarah Fillier, Natalie Spooner with 3.7, Sarah Nurse 3.6, Brianne Jenner, Emily Clark, Jen Gardner, Julia Gosling, Blair Turnbull, Emma Malte, and Kristen O'Neill. And Kristen O'Neill is the only negative one with a negative 1.5.
Okay, I was
rating.
wrong. The player doesn't play in U Sports, but she plays for a Canadian university. Lemieux Titans in CEGEP, which is like it's a pretty prestigious Quebec league, but yeah.
Okay. And then on defense, believe it or not, Caleb, the person with the highest net rating is Sophie Jakes with 4.5. And then Erin Ambrose, and then Claire Thompson, then Renata Fast, Ella Shelton, Katie Tabin, and Jocelyn LaRocque, who has got a negative offensive rating.
Nice. That makes sense. I think that checks out. I saw it too, and I didn't really.
I thought it was cool.
Is
to bring up,
LaRocque
though.
the only negative?
LaRocque is still a positive 1.3 because she's
Yeah.
a positive
Right.
defensive rating
But
of
is she the
1.5.
lowest?
She's actually tied. What do you mean?
Like lowest on this ranking?
Net rating wise?
Mm,
Include everybody
Yeah.
or just the defense?
everybody.
Oh no, she is actually.
Does the
third
defense
most.
really help her?
She's third. She's positive 1.5. She's tied for the highest defensive rating on the team. Jocelyn
Interesting.
Ross and
This
Aaron
doesn't
Ambrose.
account for. Maybe it doesn't account for. Oh, maybe it's just PWHL. Is that what it
It
is?
is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed it. No, that makes more sense. It wasn't. Yeah, they obviously wouldn't run those during an international tournament. So, huh? Yeah, no, I agree. I think that Low Rock one. I haven't seen her enough in the PWHL, and I know that she's not relied on defense all the time in the PWHL. So.
She's got 4 points in 12 games this year with the Ottawa Charge. All 4 of those being assists. She's actually, I believe, hasn't scored a goal in the PWHL. In 3
Really?
years. I think she's.
Oh,
I could be wrong, but I think it's either 1 or 0. But she's if she gets to the point, so it's all apples. So
awesome.
yeah, I think she'll be relied on more for defense than she will her
Yeah,
offense.
for sure.
For sure.
Okay. Well, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That was our breakdown of the women's roster. I'm sure we'll have tons more conversation on this before we gear up for February 5th puck drop in Milan Cortina in Italy. Gonna be a fun time. So make sure you follow us on all of our social medias, short form on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and of course the True North Ice podcast, which right now we're running at 2 times a week because we're gearing up for the Olympics on all your favorite podcast platforms. So like Apple Music, Spotify, you're on YouTube, and Caleb would know more. Caleb, want to plug a couple more quickly?
What else do you like? Podcast places?
Pocket Cast.
Pocket Cast, my goat. If you know, you know.
Amazon Podcasts.
Yeah, I think it's up there. I actually checked. I couldn't find it, but I'll get that up there if it's not up there. I don't know. There's a big list. If you go to our link tree on our Instagram, and I've been starting to put the link trees in the descriptions of wherever you're listening to this, there's more in there, and they're already linked there. So check it out there.
Yeah. So wherever you get your podcast, we are there. Caleb, final thoughts before we wrap up today.
I'm trying to think here. Let me think of something cool. This team will win gold. You heard it here first.
All right.
You know what's
I like
going to
it.
happen? It's going to happen. USA, Canada, pool play game. This is for all the marbles. The winner takes first in the pool. Canada will lose 9-1. And then in the gold medal game, Canada will win 5-4 in overtime.
Okay.
You want to hear the golden goal?
Who?
The golden goal goes to your player, the one you've glazed, the one you love.
The GOAT?
The GOAT, Jocelyn the Rock.
Oh, great.
From turnover to gold medal winner, golden goal. You heard it here first.
Wow. Okay, that is definitely something. I could even get deployed in overtime in another game. I mean, we saw it, I guess, a year ago, or just under a year ago. But
Clearly,
I
they
don't
trust
think
her.
I don't think
She
it's-
played the
I don't think
second
it's
most
happened
minutes
yet.
on that decor. So
Yeah, it's insane. But we'll see how she is deployed in this year's Olympics. Last time, this has been the True North Ice This has been the True North Ice podcast. Thank you for listening to us today, and we'll be back quite soon with probably more Olympic talk. Either team, it will be fun. I've been Jacob Ewing, always joined by Caleb Snyder, and thank you for listening.